Hey everyone, it is Eric with Rockin' HTV session 99. Tonight we're going to make some hills and terrain with plaster on a farm layout. If you've been following this little mini-series along as I've been doing it, I'm well out of my element. I'm learning on the go, and so you guys get to see it come to life. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And then we're going to do, I'm just going to show you how I'm gluing some styrofoam board together, so you have that as well. So we'll let everyone get in the house. We got about 4 minutes before we kick off. We have Scott in the house. Good to see you, Scott. There's a few others gathering up. Well done. Nice to see you all. And yeah, a little cozy in the shop tonight. But oh, and then you might hear a neighbor of mine's mowing. That's the way it goes, you know. Can't control that. Heath is here from Texas. Good to see you, Heath. Glad you're here. And yeah, so I've actually been spending a little more time in the shop lately, just because some activities and kid stuff and everything. Olaf from Mississippi, cool. Some of those other things that we're getting, and I didn't sleep in. Some of those things are off the plate, so been spending more time here. It's been good fun. So we have Nathan and Dustin. Good to see you. Hello from Kevin. Oh, he's here. Yeah, he's not having to work tonight. Good deal. Will is watching. Nice to see you. Chris from New Zealand again. I hope he's, I wonder if he's out on the clamp packing silage. Let me see. He is excited to sell, Scott's excited to sell at Decline Toy Show. Well done. All right. I'm excited for you. Well, wish you very much success. And then we have Vaughn in the house, who is a master builder. Good to see you. Master layout builder. He's got a lot of cool stuff. And Dwayne is here, right here from Kansas. Good to see a native watching along. Good shout out. Good to see you, Dwayne. Yeah, so we're a couple minutes out. Hope everyone's having a nice end of the summer here as we wrap up. We got school starting a little bit. My daughter's at band camp, so we are knocking on the door of school for another season. Excellent for that. Yeah, Dustin's been overhauling a Massey lawn tractor. It's really cool. It is a cool looking old machine. We had Donnie watching. Good to see you in here, Donnie. Welcome, welcome. So we will get going here in about 2 more minutes. So I went out and bought some plaster, which I'll show you here in a little bit. I watched a train video. Guy was doing something similar. He was making a mountain and scene and rocks and whatnot. And this will be more. There's no rocks. This is all dirt and concrete. What we're building, and then silage. So we're gonna have to make some silage piles. What looks like silage piles here pretty soon. And then I also need to get one of my son's livestock, his cattle pods out here, and back it up to where my cows are gonna be loaded in and out. And see if I got that shaped right, or if it's too tall, because I got to put a chute in there and get some other things and install a bunch of fence. So, but that'll be in another episode. We'll get that worked out. Right now, I'm really focusing. I want to get this pit area done because it's going to be the most difficult piece. So we'll get that working. I did see someone else I didn't give a shout out to. Sorry about that. I missed you as I was jabbering on. We got Brad and Jacob. Good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, you know me. It's 8:30. We're going to get going because I know your time is valuable and we got a lot to do, right? Hey, everyone. It is Eric with Rockin' HTV, session 99. Almost to the end here. Not the end, or is it the beginning? All right. Tonight we're going to work on adding some texture and contour with plaster to my farm scene here. This is my feedlot scene, Ford County Feeders. And I need to go out there and get some photos so you can see the real thing, so you can see that I am mimicking exactly what I enjoy seeing. But we're going to use plaster, and like I said before, as we were kind of getting together, I watched a train video and a guy was doing something similar to what I'm doing, and I thought, well, if it worked for him, it worked for me, right? And it was only $7, so I figured, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You know, just make a mess. That's it. Okay. So what we'll do is, I've actually got everything measured up. Let me get the plaster. Oh, before I get to that, there's one other thing I didn't do. I did one thing when you guys weren't watching, and the main piece of the layout, I actually glued 2 foam boards together, and I wanted to show you how I'm doing it, and maybe somebody has a better idea, but we'll find out. But I'm going to show you how I'm gluing the 2 foam boards together first, then we'll do the plaster. Okay, let's do that. And my wood glue is right over here. I'm going to give you just a little turn here. Right here. Okay. So, to the hardware store, and I just got some Gorilla Glue because it was $6.99. And so, if you've been watching along, I've got 2 foam boards here. And here's one that is going to be on top of the purple. And, whoops, almost forgot to do one thing. Sorry, lovely lady. Around. Here we go. Like so. Okay. All right. Then, wow, that didn't happen before. Just getting rid of a little bit of foam. There we go. And then I'm just putting a generous amount of glue here. Okay. Then I'm going to take my handy dandy trowel, and I'm just going to kind of smooth this out because that's what the guy in the train video did, and it looked kind of cool. It's like, wow, if he did it, I'm going to do it too. And I did have a question here. Eric is asking, is there any difference in density in the foam board? No. One's purple, one's blue. I bought the purple one at a local, and then I'm just pressing that down, and that's it. So I did this one over here earlier, and it's glued, it's solid. It's not going to go anywhere. So it's great. Okay, so this is just going to chillax, and then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put some plaster around here because this is kind of a dirt hill right here, and then this is a dirt pit with a dirt floor. This one, big one over here, is a concrete floor, which part of it you're not even going to see because it'll be covered up with corn. Anyway, but I do want to give these dirt outcroppings a little bit of texture with the plaster. Okay. So, here's what I got with the plaster. I know it's reverse screen there, so you can't read it very well, but anyway, I bought it for $7.99 at Hobby Lobby. I didn't really know which one to buy. There was one that was supposed to be stronger than this, and I'm like, well, I'm not making a mold to cast anything. I'm just putting texture on some styrofoam. So I got the cheaper one. And then I read the recipe here a bit ago, and it goes 2 heaping cups of this, so I just got a measuring cup out of the kitchen, 2 heaping cups of the plaster, and then a cup and a third, 1 1/3 cups of high quality H2O. And that's all it takes to mix this up. Okay, so that's what we're going to do quick, and I'm not actually going to pour all that water in. I'm going to take that. Okay, we're going to just mix this up quick. Okay. Yep, yeah, we are going to use all the water. Okay. So I don't want it to set up too fast. It's awfully warm in here, and I don't want it to get too warm too quickly. Okay. And I only brought enough. Since I'm just testing this, guys, I only measured up enough to do just a tiny batch so I could get the feel for it. And that way, if I screw everything up, why, whoop-de-doo, right? I'm not out of a whole lot, and I'm not committed to using up a whole bunch at once. So I did see a comment there where Heath said he was using drywall mud. Yeah, drywall plaster from Ace, and it worked great, was the cheapest. Okay, sweet, well done. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting this nice and smooth here. I kind of thought about drywall mud, and then I thought, oh, whatever. The guy in the video used plaster, I guess I'll go buy plaster. You even have some drywall mud up in the other part of this building. Well, that looks nice and smooth and cozy. All right, well, let's use this then. That looks like fun. I'm gonna get a rag quick. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get you just a wee bit closer so you can see what I'm doing here, guys. Okay, there you go. So, I'm gonna use a paintbrush to kind of get this going and just see how this works. Oh, almost dumped it. Okay. So, what I really want to do, that's okay, that's still drying, good enough. So what I want to do here is I want to fill in these creases right down here. So I'm just kind of painting that in. And then I want to put some up here. Here, let's just do this. Clean off my trowel. Putty knife. There we go. So I'm just going to kind of dab this on there a bit. I want to make it look kind of rough, because really on this side, it just where I'm putting it right now, weeds grow up in it like firebush and kochia and all that other just garden variety Kansas weeds that grow up in the summertime about now, where they get really tall and rank. I like to plug up everything. Okay, I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so I've got one hill done here, and then we'll just put something here just to cover up the roughness of the, yeah, that kind of works, I like that. Okay. And I do that and that. Okay. I am working kind of quick because, as I've mentioned already, it is warm in here, and I don't want the stuff to set up in the bucket. Okay. So just kind of going around there, just giving this, I just want this to look like a dirt hill that's kind of eroded a little bit, because that's exactly what it looks like, you know. And I've probably should have rounded that off just a bit more, which, you know, a guy could always still do. And I'm not going to be too darn glamorous with this, because out there it is not glamorous. Yeah, it's just kind of rough and yeah. Okay, I'll come over here and do some. It's still not dry as I'd like it, but that's okay. I just kind of globbed a bit off right over here. Put quite a bit. Yeah, there. Filling that weird crack. I'm just kind of slapping that on. I just want to knock off the sharp edges, maybe knock off some sharp edges there. Yeah. It kind of looks like a weathered hillside a little bit. I'm kind of digging it. Okay. I'm gonna come over here. Just knock these. Then I want to make. I should need to make the lines good, like the waters run down, not across. But I'll cover all this with ground cover and different things, anyways, right? Okay. Yes, there will be another piece of foam board on top of here and here they will be, and I'll do a video showing how I'm going to make the corn pile, the finished corn pile, and that'll be covered over here with plastic. And then I was thinking I'd line the outside with round bales. Some guys do that out here to keep their tarp on, and then they cover it with tires. Well, I'm not going to go out and buy a gazillion tires just to stick on here, because I'd spend a fortune in tires. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a little turn right here. Okay. Right there we go. That's where I want you. Okay, just so you know what you're looking at here. Okay, so there will be, I'm going to put flat styrene here to make an approach for the semis. And then this is all gravel. And this hillside right here is weeds. And guys will park their pickups here because they're operating the pits here and here. So they're opening up gates on trucks and whatnot. So they're parking here. So this is all going to be dirt and grass, gravel, dirt and grass and dirt and whatnot over here, all along here. And then this is just kind of a hill that falls off. And then all of this kind of dumps out to the highway, which leads, whoops, sorry about that, back to Dodge City and other places. Oh, and look at that. Nathan says PVC pipe and thin strips painted black for tires. Well, that's a genius idea. What the heck? All right. Glad you guys are watching. I wouldn't have thought of that. Well, obviously. Okay. So, and then if you recall, I've got this in two pieces right here because I may want to move this whole thing down here on the bottom shelf. So that's why you're seeing two parts. Okay. I want this hill to look a little different. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I'm totally digging that. That's going to be cool. Okay, we're going to have to... Didn't get that glued down quite as well as I hoped I would. Wow, I could really... I know what I'm going to do there quick. Alright. Just because I can. We're going to spritz a little bit of glue underneath there. Yeah. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy vise. Set it right there. Yeah, baby. Alright, we'll get that glue wiped off. Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm just kind of glopping this here. Yeah, alright. Leaving it kind of rough. And I think someone said I could sand this, which I will probably do to make the approach where the semis are coming out and going. Just, you know, make it like they've run over it a gazillion times. When this yard is busy bringing in corn, they'll have 250 semis come and go in a day, and that doesn't count feed trucks coming and going and people hauling in hay. And then obviously they'll be receiving, probably not receiving so many cattle, but there will be some animals coming and going in semis, so you'll have some cattle pots coming to the scale and whatnot. And I'm going to leave it quite a bit imperfect because out there it's not perfect, you know. It isn't perfect out there at the yard. And I can come back and texture this with other tools as we go. Okay. Hopefully, can you see me over there yet? Nope, you can't see me anymore. All right, hang on guys, I'm gonna give you a little turn. Now you can see me. All right. And I got a little line right here. I want to fill that in from the styrofoam. Since I can maybe sand some of that, that'll be all right. Okay. Oh, this is going to be neat. Kind of liking what I'm seeing here. There we go. Because out there at the yard, this whole side right here, I mean, there's a fence going right along this little line right here, but all this right here that I'm dabbing is, it's just weeds and grass, and I mean, you can see how the water's kind of eroded over it. Heath is asking, what highway is Ford Canyon Feeders on? It is on Highway 400. It goes right out of South Dodge, east through Old Fort Dodge, and then goes through Ford over to Greensburg and Buckland, Mineola, or Mullinville. It'll eventually take you to Wichita. Okay, so that is kind of the geography for you. Okay, now I'm going to put some right up here because I got a bit of a curve. I don't want the curve quite so noticeable because out there it's not really curved. But that's when I was sanding it with my belt sander. If I had maybe used something else, it wouldn't look like this. Wouldn't be curved. Yeah, I like it. I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Yeah. Sorry, I got my big arm in the way. Okay. I'm going to take this bad boy here. I'm going to go right across the top of that, smooth it out. I'm going to fill in some of this action. That junk is now drying in my brush. So there will probably be more of this going on as I go. I'm filling in some grooves here and some weird stuff over here. There was something hit that over there, so I'm just gonna kind of smooth that out. So now I'm just treating it kind of like drywall. Perfect. And then I got those lines left over from the rest of it. Boy, that didn't even make sense, did it? There's a line in here where they used, they cut the foam. And I don't want that in my layout. I'm going to fill that thing in. I'm going to take part of it out anyway. Good. All right, for not knowing what you're doing, I think it's pretty freaking amazing is what I think. I don't care who you are. All right. I know there's more I could do, but I'm not sure what to do now. I need the next step. So I think, well, after this sets up a little bit and dries out, come back here and see what I don't like. There we go. Just had a thick spot there, was kind of, I didn't care for. You know, we have this thing. It's gonna make it look like, there we go. Yeah. Put some little curves in there, like semi's been coming and going. Yeah, I think so. This doesn't look quite right, but that's okay. I think maybe I'll try that again. Come on. Yeah, alright. I like that better. But again, that'll all be covered up with rock or something. Some sort of aggregate material. Yeah. Some sort of aggregate. Alright. Okay guys, I'm going to give you a little spin and then we'll call this a good day. Alright, hang with me here. Here we are. All right, looks like the conversation's been pretty good while I was busy working. Is there any questions for me or comments that maybe I missed when I had my back to you? I was over here painting. Seems like Bob Ross is kind of popular tonight. He did teach me a lot about happy trees, so we've got some happy freaking roads and hills right here, baby. Okay, well, so I think, let me just grab something quick. So in some episode, I need to kind of plan out my episodes so everything turns out about right. But one of these will be used over here, and basically I'm just going to cut this and make it rounded, and then put an angle on it for the front of the pile. And then this will be the top of a finished silage pit on both of these. And so this will just set up here. And they put a pretty big crown on these piles. I mean, it's tall. This big one over here will be 350,000 bushels. And these two smaller ones, I think, are 200 or so each, 250 maybe, I don't recall. But anyway, so they crown them up pretty tall, and then they tarp them, of course. And then with your good ideas, guys, thank you very much, I'll figure out something, but that's down the road a ways. So yeah, I think the next step is I need to get the cattle situation figured out. I got to get a loading chute, and I got to figure that out. And then I just got to get a plan. I'll get a plan, and then I'll follow the plan. How's that? That'll work. Okay, guys, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to sign off. Thank you again for watching. Yeah, like, comment, share. If you know someone that's building a layout a little bit nervous and they want to do a farm-specific layout like I'm doing, make sure you share this and get it into their hands, because although it's not farm fields and farm layout specific with a shop and all that, this is a little different than that, but still a lot can be gained, a lot can be learned from watching this. So, especially if you want to do contours and hills and different things like that. So, yeah. All right. With that, guys, catch you next week. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye. Oh, where do I shut it off? It's gone. Oh, there it is.